let's talk about 3 things that I wish I was seriously advised on as a teenager. I really wish that someone really drilled it into my head the importance of oral hygiene, dental hygiene. Fair enough, we have people like our parents to tell us to go to the dentist and this, but everyone learns things differently, right? Everyone takes in information differently. So what information might be useful for one person, for them to really take that in and learn it and really move forward with their life with that in their mind, is different to another person. So I learn differently to how you learn. I guess I just wish that dental hygiene was made cool. When I was a teenager, I literally only used to brush my teeth once a day, always in the morning, never at night time. I honestly didn't even know about floss. I mean, of course I knew about floss, but I didn't actually comprehend why it's important. After the cutoff point when dental appointments were free, so what is it, like 16? I didn't go to the dentist for years and years. I really wish I focused on my teeth and my mouth many years ago. This year I had to get a filling. I really don't like the idea of getting any more fillings. I don't want to fucking do that. I really wish that I listened and understood the dire effects that sugar has on your teeth. That shit really does be fucking you up. Sugar creates acids in your mouth which then erode your teeth. See, but I didn't understand that that's what sugar done. So back in the day, I didn't understand that sugar created acids which eroded your teeth. I feel like maybe if I had someone, I say maybe, who knows really, I feel like if I had someone explain it to me like that when I was younger, then I might have understood it better, because when I got taught this by my dentist recently, that was like a light bulb moment for me. That clicked in my head like, oh shit, okay, yeah. If you don't like flossing and if you've got crowded teeth like me, I do like this, I don't know why I've done that, because using like a floss is kind of be quite difficult with crowded teeth. Get yourself a water pick flosser. Yeah, they're a bit pricey, but they're worth it. Went to the dentist the other day for my hygiene tech checkup, and she said, I can tell you've been using the water pick flosser because your teeth are like so much better. It's a different mouth. Also, another thing as well, your bad breath. I had bad breath for so long, yeah. And I didn't really understand why. If you haven't been flossing and you floss and you see all of the shit that comes out of your fucking mouth, to know that stuff, like the bits of food that's stuck in your teeth, is literally marinating in your mouth. That's why your breath stinks. I notice when I have something like chicken or fish, it gets stuck in certain parts of my teeth, and I have a wisdom tooth that's growing like a fucking awkward bitch up the top here, and so I need to really get in there, because a normal brush doesn't do it. So I've got one of those weird little brushes, and then also the flosser. Honestly, you would be amazed. I also never knew how to floss properly until my recent dentist taught me how to floss properly. If I'm not using a water pick flosser, I will use the floss harps. So they look like little harps. There's a line of floss and then like plastic that goes like this, right? So you go in there and then you got to curve round. You've got to go right into your gum, and then you want to curve the floss around your tooth in the shape of a C. Like this, around it like that, and then you want to do the other bit of the gum, and then take it out. There's a gunk on it. Have some tissue in your hand, take the gunk off, back in. If you're a teenager, I hope you listen to me. Please listen to me, because you know, I'm 28, I do feel like an old bag, but at the same time, it feels like I left school 5 years ago. It's actually mad how much time flies, and it's mad how easy it is to slip out of taking care of yourself in the way that you should. Look after your mouth. On to the next point that I want to tell you. The second thing is that I really wish someone taught me the importance of tracking your menstrual cycle. Oh my god, if only we knew things about our own bodies as females that could actually help us with everyday life. It is honestly amazing what our bodies can do and what our bodies can tell us and what we can learn from our own bodies. In the past year, I have learned about something called the fertility awareness method, which is essentially tracking your cycle and also using certain biomarkers such as your basal body temperature to let you know whether you're fertile and whereabouts in your monthly cycle you are. A lot of you will probably know about tracking your cycle. A lot of people do it because it's just something people do. They take note of when their period is, but they don't take note of everything else within their menstrual cycle. So yeah, it's great to like take note of when you menstruate, but also you've got a whole other 3 weeks of your cycle, which people don't talk about, and I really wish that this was taught properly in school. I wish we learned about all the phases in the menstrual cycle. I wish we learned about what to do in this part and what to do in this part, what to eat during this stage and what to eat during this phase. And what about ovulation? What about the fact that we're only fertile 6 days a month, but we're constantly pushed to go on hormonal birth control? Now, don't get me wrong, there are many people out there that require hormonal birth control to help them. For example, endometriosis, things like reducing your periods and any other reason that you might need to be on it. This is not directed at you, but also it is very important for you to also track your cycle. Yeah, your cycle may be super irregular. Oh, it's a wasp. Your cycle might be super irregular, but even with that, it's very good to track your cycle, because over time you might see some correlation. There's more things within your menstrual cycle to track other than just bleeding. I really wish that someone advised me on all of these things when I was younger, because it really would have saved me so much hassle, so many tears, just so much stress, because my hormonal birth control journey has been chaotic. I've tried so many things. They all made me feel like absolute shit and a shell of myself, and I wish that I was taught how to track my cycle, how to do all of these important things like taking your temperature every single day to help you realize if you've ovulated and whatnot. I would have been living my best life as an adult if I was taught all of these things when I was a teenager. I highly recommend you do some research into fertility awareness method, because it's honestly life-changing. It's changed my life. If you're someone that doesn't need to be on hormonal birth control, I highly recommend you check it out. Yeah, it's effort, but waking up at 6 a.m, putting a thermometer in my mouth, leaving it in there for 30 seconds or so, turning it off and going back to sleep is really not a big deal. If me doing that means that I don't have to put all of this hormonal birth control shit into my body, I'll do it, love. I'll take it any day, because my journey has been stressed. I can't be asked anymore. I seriously can't. So yeah, I highly recommend you check it out. People do it in different ways, right? But for me, I use the biomarkers such as my discharge and my basal body temperature. So just something really, just a small snippet for you to take away from this, just so you can understand how cool the body is. After you ovulate, your temperature rises. And so if you've had 3 days of consistent temperature rise, then you know that you've already ovulated. Yeah, this system is not ideal if you want to go crazy and have a fun time every day of the month. No, it just doesn't work like that. Do you know what I mean? Before you ovulate, be careful, okay? Don't go wild, don't go crazy, do whatever you need to do, use barrier methods like condoms or whatever. But once you see that you've ovulated, maybe you tested your discharge and you had ovulation discharge, or maybe you have seen that you've got a consistent few days of temperature rise, you know you've ovulated, and now you can have as much fun as you like, if you know what I'm saying. All right, come with me to my car so I can tell you the next point. Fucking hell. It's hot in the car. I didn't anticipate this. The third thing that I wish that I was taught when I was younger. I really wish that when I was younger, I really understood that it's not that deep. The people that talk shit about you and bully you, they literally mean nothing. Like, it's all irrelevant. I was actually speaking to a 15-year-old yesterday, and it was mad because they're so mature, in the sense that they said that something that they think often is, will this matter in 5 years? I couldn't believe when they said that, because that's something that I say as well. Think about the situations that you're going through, the nonsense that's happening to you, the people that are bullying you, all of these horrible situations that you feel like are going to ruin your life. Just really sit there and think, like, will this actually matter in 5 years? Will this person matter to me in 5 years? Will I matter to them in 5 years? The chance is no. People who talk shit about you are just deeply insecure. People who bully people, all of that horrible shit, because kids can be assholes. These people are just insecure. There's something going on in their life that they can't deal with, they can't control. The way that they are to other people is just a reflection of themselves and how life is for them. It has nothing to do with you. It has absolutely fuck all to do with you. I absolutely promise you that. Oh my God, it is so hot. Why is it so hot? Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm actually sweating. I watch these shows, or I've been really into Korean dramas lately. And in the K-dramas, where it's like based in school and stuff, like, although the rich kid is rich and people think that their life is, everything is fine and great in their life, their parents are neglectful, their parents don't have any time for them, their parents make them feel isolated and alone. And that in itself could cause someone to be a bully and cause them to lash out at other people. So honestly, when I see people bullying other people, as much as I hate that and I want to put a stop to it, I always find myself trying to understand people and why they do what they do. Not to give them excuses or to justify their behaviour, because there's no justifying bullying someone or even excusing it, because that is not okay at all. I try to have an understanding as to where that has come from, and I think that has helped me and helps me get through life, really, because that in itself will help you take the situation away from it being about you and you being the problem. Stop thinking what's wrong with me, what have I done wrong, and think about, you know what, they're insecure, they've got their own shit, what they're saying about me is not true, it's not relevant, and it's just a reflection of them. I think being an only child has helped me with this as well though, but you've got to be your own best friend, babe. Like, you really do, and I wish more people were taught this. Stop being so unkind to yourself, stop being so fucking mean to yourself. Like, you're gonna spend the rest of your life with you. You're gonna spend 24/7, 52 weeks a year with you for the rest of your life. You have got to be there for you. You've got to make your mental health as good as you possibly can, your physical health as good as you possibly can, because it's always going to be you there at the end of the day. You might think that your bestie will be there forever, you might think that your partner will be there forever, but they won't. It's literally impossible. Like, no one can be with you 24/7 the way that you are with yourself. So why not make that relationship with yourself the best it can fucking possibly be?